Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum everyone. Hope you all are doing well and having a great time at home and getting maximum benefit of these video lessons. And let me introduce myself. My name is Naila Khwaja and I'm lecturer in education. Today I am going to record my fourth lecture and the topic of today's lesson is aims of education. The first part of this lesson is already present at the same channel. Before watching this lesson, you must go and watch the first part. The content which I have already covered includes basic concept of aim of education, individual aims of education, seven elements of wellness by Dr. Bill Hetler, and relation of elements of wellness to individual aims of education. So I hope all of this is clear and you have completely understand all the concepts because these are the foundation of upcoming topics which we are about to discuss. So, what is our today's objective to achieve? What we are going to learn today? Today we will explore the social aims of education. Definitely, education is a social activity, and there is a great impact of educational process in bringing social changes. And we can say that education is the most powerful weapon to bring the change in the society without bloodshed. So, it is very essential to understand the social aims of education for understanding the process of education. We will also explore different factors which are having some impacts on determining the aims of education. There are so many factors which are having uh, strong influence on determining the aims of education, but we will explore the factors which are having some impact, which are important or essential for educational system of Pakistan or for determining the aims of education in Pakistan. Social aims of education, um, we can say that inducting an individual into society is called the social process of or of education. Yes, social part of education. And the main purpose of education is to train the individual to adjust himself in the society. Because a man is to live in the society with the various sort of peoples, various kind of you can say situation and social groups. So he must learn techniques of living life to adjust himself in all the new modes of life. This learning of techniques of social life is called social aims of education. Okay, so let's see that how many other elements of social aims of education are there. First one is social harmony development. Social harmony, we can say, is a state or a situation in which all the individual of the society have equal right and they can live with peace and harmony, and everyone apart from their religion, their language, their diversity of geographical area, they all have equal opportunity to grow in the society. So, in the country like Pakistan, where diversity is so much prominent, where different cultures, where different religion are there, and we are having geographically so much variation in our country. So, traditions are very much different from area to area, from one province to another, and within a single community where many things are common, there are great variation. So social harmony is essential for keeping a balance in the society, for you can say protection of the rights of all the individuals, either they are in majority or in minority. Each and every individual feels secure and they have freedom of expression, freedom of following their own beliefs, or you can say religious activity, and living their life smoothly. So, through education, we can bring social harmony in the society, and this is the prime focus of social aims of education in Pakistan. Number two, culture development. Culture is the part of the society which is adopted from generation to generation, and through education, culture is transmitted from one generation to another by some modification. Like traditions are followed by you can say generation to generation, and they may be 1,000 years old. But in each you can say in each generation, modifications are always there by educationists, by the agents of, you can say, change, and other social institutions. They modify the traditions and culture to meet the modern needs and to meet the you can say need of the current need or current situation. And this is the purpose of education, to transmit the cultural part of the person's society from one individual to the other, from one generation to the other. Community development. Community is the part of the society in which people live together and share something, and they have something common. They have some goals, or you can say some areas which are similar. So, community development is very much important for social harmony and for culture development and for other aspects which we will discuss later. Citizenship, definitely, citizenship is a very important social aim of education. By mean of education, individuals learn to live in a country with peace, and they can play their role more positively, and they will love their country, they will obey the rules and regulation, the respect will be there for the higher authorities, and in that manner a society will improve toward nation building. What is nation building? The nation building, the aim of nation building is to make a country viable, stable, and prosperous. It will help a failed state to function again. It will encourage a strong sense of national identity. It will create a legitimate government and other effective social institutions. Create or restore a credible currency. Restore a functioning market economy. So you can see that all of these areas plays a very prominent role in the development of a nation. And by mean of education, one can one can play his own part in nation building.